stained glass friends. We're here on Wisdom Wednesday, and I want to show you a little bit of magic that happens in the studio. Now this is solder, and I'm just going to show you how quickly it just melts. So I'm going to just I'm going to melt solder to solder just to show you how, right? All right, so I'm going to put the iron right on here, and I'm going to solder these two together. And it just is amazing because it's immediate, and then it solidifies right away. So now what I would like to show you is how it solidifies when you're just going to... All right, we're going to solder this window. And I'm just going to go from one edge to the other, immediate. Right? Look at that. And my students will sometimes say, well, can I touch it? You know, and I say, well, it's solid, but it's still hot. Just saying. So I am just going to just go a little ways here so you can just feel the zen of this. There you go. And if you have a little bump, you can touch and pull up. You know, you can go over it like that, but I don't like my students to do it because they get frustrated when they have any bumps. So there you go. That's just one of the many things that we feel are magical in the stained glass studio. Now, a lot of my students will say, oh, you know what that reminds me of? Is mercury. And I'm thinking, oh, shouldn't play with mercury. But it kind of does. It just kind of melts just like it is mercury. Look at that. That reminds me of mercury, right? But I can pick that up again, stick it right to the end of my solder, and then use it back here where I'm soldering. And so if you happen to get a little ball that comes on your glass, just move it along with your soldering iron, and kind of magically it'll go back to where you need it.
Speaking of magic, remember the other day when I was kind of bumping these pieces of glass up and down to show you how, how bouncy it was? Well, on this panel, look, there are a whole bunch of little tiny small pieces, and they were even worse. They were really bouncy. And the magic is that when you put all this together and solder it, it's now one solid piece, and it's strong and it's stable. It'll even hold water. Now, some people might not think of that as magic, but look at that. A whole bunch of little tiny pieces of glass now become one solid piece. Maybe I'm just easily impressed, but I think that's pretty magical.
Okay, I am going to show you a little bit about some magic of the stained glass. This is dichroic glass. Let's see, I think it's just every other one that's the dichroic one. Now, if you are seeing it the way I'm seeing it, right here, this looks blue, right? Hope it does for the camera. And then as I turn it around, I'm thinking over on this way, if I did it before, they kind of looked gold or yellow.
If you turn it back a little bit more, that away, turn it. There, it's just perfect there.
Okay, so it looks gold then?
Yeah.
Okay, and you can see that we did a little bit of sandblasting in there. That looks cool. Another piece of magic.
Oh, yeah. And then how do you get the blue to come back? Oh yeah, there it is. Isn't that amazing? Okay, it's not a competition, but I think this is pretty cool too. This is magical. Look at this. Here are a pair of shears, pattern shears, and I've clipped it. See how the little piece of waste just gets popped off? Now, when you trace around the pattern, it's a little bit smaller than it would have been, and so your piece of glass won't grow on you. Now, I think that's a really cool piece of engineering. It's just really nice. And that is engineering magic in the stained glass.
So I wanted to show you a little bit more magic of the stained glass. So here is the window of the Tree of Life. And I just wanted to show you the reflection at this time of day. It's about 11:45 on the day after the winter solstice, and it's going to change throughout the day. You can see the reflections from the colors and from the bevels, and yeah, that's part of the magic. Okay, this is magic. It's copper patina, and we're going to just put the copper patina on this. As you can see, it looks silver now because it looks like the solder, but we want it to look copper, and this is going to be so magical. Ready? Isn't that beautiful? And we're just going to do that to the whole window. So we've shown you 4 magical things about the studio. I'm sure there are many more. If we come across them, we'll let you know. So thanks for joining us today on Wisdom Wednesday, and we'll see you next week. So remember, we would love to have you in one of our classes. And to do that, go to our link, and you can link to go to one of the classes to sign up, and we'll schedule you in. Also, we would like for you to ring the bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also for you to click like if you like it. So the link is to the website where you can find more classes, and like is what we'd like for you to press if you like this video, and go to the next one and watch more. There's lots.